Why do men cheat on their spouse? There are several reasons, but this moment I'll just talk on only two or three. I'll just discuss on two or three. Why do men cheat? Now, one of the reasons, based on research, why men cheat is the fact that the tradition and the society give men the liberty to do what ought not to be done, while the women are seen as it is an abomination. When a man cheats and he is caught, they tend to talk about the woman he is caught with, forgetting that it takes two to tango. Even from the scripture, the woman that was caught in the act of adultery and brought to Jesus, they never carried the man. Was the woman caught in adultery by all herself? No. There was a man she was committing the adultery with. They carried the woman to Jesus and left the man. So there is this idea, there is this philosophy, there is this societal norm that it is right for men to cheat, while it is wrong for women to cheat. There is one culture in Anam speaking people of Akwa Ibom State. They call it Ekpo Kawo. Ekpo Kawo is when a married woman goes to commit adultery. The demon spirit will attack her. If she doesn't confess in the time of child delivery, she will die. Now, the question I've often asked them is, now, the man whom she committed the adultery with, what happens to him? Nothing happens to him. So by this culture and tradition, men are given the liberty to cheat, while the women are seen like they shouldn't. So this make many men carry this ideology and pomposity that is okay for them to cheat, while it is wrong for the women to do same. Okay? Now, and even the women are not even helping matter. They even encourage it. You hear women say, waiting I could do after all, say man no fit stay. What does that mean? Who told you that by nature man is wired to cheat? That is not true. Any man who cheats chooses to cheat not because he is wired to cheat. Yes, I say so. I'm a man. I know what I'm saying. Okay? Any man who cheats on his spouse is doing so deliberately, not because by nature he is wired to do so. He chooses to cheat because he wants to cheat. If he chooses not to cheat, he won't cheat because there is no chemistry or mechanical reaction within his system that gives him the room to do so. He does so because by his own nature, he has chosen to do so, not because he's manipulated by inbuilt capacity to do it. Okay, that is number one. This philosophical idea that it is in the nature of man to cheat. This has let men loose to begin to do all sorts of nonsense. Okay, so we must come to agreement as a society to begin to blot out this uncultural philosophy, unhuman philosophy. Okay, that is one. Two, another thing that especially in our generation, because the generation of our fathers, as much as there was cheating, it was not as rampant as it is in our days. So, what makes the difference between our fathers' days and our generation? What makes the difference in many contexts is the dressing mood of our women. Now women dress and exposes those things that are actually meant to be covered. Before now, fashion was about what you wear. But in our generation, fashion is now all about what you don't wear. What was meant to be private parts are no longer private parts, they are now public show. That's why you see a woman dressed and all of her breast is outside except the nipple covered. You see a woman who dressed, all the physique is showing, including all the lines of everything. They are all visible to the eyes. It is no longer left for imagination. Everything is clear to the sight. Okay? Nothing is left for imagination. Now, and by the nature of man, man is motivated by what he sees. So when he begin to see this unpleasant sight, I call them unpleasant because it's not. It's not pleasant, okay? When he begins to see this unpleasant sight, it begins to motivate him and lure him into the act of cheating. So our women who are complaining that their men are cheating should begin to ask themselves, when I dress and go out, what is the motive for my dress? When you are dressing and you are going out, you look at yourself, you ask yourself, why am I like this? Okay? What is the purpose for this dress? Because some ladies just dress just to lure men. Say you are looking hot. Yes, it's good to look hot, but know that that hotness, that anything hot burns. Okay? Yeah. So when you are dressing hot, know that that will actually bond you. So one of the thing I am saying is that the second reason for me why men cheat is because of what they see, the dresses of our women. Women should begin to consciously model their life with a proper model dress, not just dressing anyhow, exposing all your physics, exposing all your leverages and all the endowment God has given you with. Those things have psychological and emotional effects on men, and it can cause men to cheat. Okay, that is that on that. Now I want to talk about the third thing. Let me just add the last one. I want to talk about the third thing. Another thing that causes men to cheat is lack of sexual satisfaction. Now, this one now is actually on the both side. I'll talk about why women cheat, not today, but on the men, the aspect of the men, for the aspect of the men, many of the men cheat because they are not sexually satisfied. When a man is not sexually satisfied, he will look for alternative. He will look for where to get that. And the moment he begins to get it elsewhere, cheating is done. Okay? So, as a woman, as a partner, as a wife to a man, strive your possible best to satisfy your partner on the bed. This will go a long way to limit his cheating level. When a man is not satisfied sexually, I tell you, before you know, he's already cheating. I'm not saying that when he's satisfied 100% he won't cheat. No, there are people who are bent on cheating. Even when you satisfy them now, in the next 10 minutes, they will still look for something else. Those people who are by by default, they have they have decided that no matter what, okay. But these are the few things that get men to cheat on their women. Okay. One, I said ideological perspective of it is in the nature of man to cheat. That is totally wrong, unacceptable, unethical, unemotional. Number two, the dresses of women. Women dress half naked, exposing all the leverages that should be left for imagination. Now we all see it by, you don't need to go inside to see it anymore. By just meeting them on the road, you have seen everything. So nothing is left for imagination. And number three, due to sexual dissatisfaction. Many men are cheating because they are not satisfied. So when you satisfy your man, you are sure that he will be there. Okay, so I really want the women to look into, put this into consideration. Make sure you begin to talk to your husband. Ask him, are you satisfied? Are you okay? Lack of communication also, because when you are not communicating properly with your spouse, it will also make, it will create a gap. And once another person begin to bridge that gap that you are creating, it will lead to cheating. Let me stop here. There are about other four I will also talk about in the volume 2 of Why Men Cheat. All right. I hope you've learned something. If you have not subscribed to Love Doctor, why not? Click the subscribe button, click the notification also, so that whenever we drop, you'll be one of the first to get to know the latest. Thank you. I hope you've learned. Have a wonderful day.